Hey everybody, what it do? This is El Boogie. I haven't made a video in a while. Been a little busy working on my podcast and whatnot. But I wanted to make a video. I just looked at Phil from Advised Media talking about the debates from last night. Excuse me. And y'all, we're gonna have to teach them a lesson. The Democrats. I'm going to say the Democratic Party. We are going to have to teach them a lesson. They're gonna have to learn the hard way. Last night, they all on stage speaking Spanish, talking about every other group's issues except for ours. Like, they are so sure that they could get this president out of office without our vote. They actually think that they can cater to those groups, immigrants, LGBT, immigrants, LGBT, and that's about it. Immigrants and LGBT, and if I left anybody out, it doesn't matter because they weren't talking about any issues pertaining to African Americans. Period. Now they have another debate tonight with the other 10 Democratic would-be candidates for president. I know they don't write the questions, but they're writing us out. They're writing us off. They know that we're kind of like we've wised up, and now we're asking for, we're not basically asking, we're demanding for certain things to be addressed when it comes to us being quote unquote Americans. And now they like, we don't need y'all. Elizabeth Warren, when asked about reparations, are you willing to write a check? And I quote, she was like, for what? So they sending us a message. We don't need y'all vote. We're gonna pander to the Spanish speaking folk. They outnumber y'all anyway. They outnumber us because they keep breaking in. And we have sympathy for every other group when they going through. But where are the groups when we going through? France, with their issue of terrorism or whatever, we coming out on Facebook, speaking to their pain. What's going on at the border? Kids, being held in basically concentration camps. We upset. Okay. That's all fine and dandy. We're people, that's the type of people we are. We are people where we have sympathy. We care about other folks, but other folks don't care about us. I'm not saying that we should change that, but I'm just saying that it is time for us to focus on our people and ourselves for once. Because if you go out and vote, it's going to be business as usual. You get the crumbs that fall from the table. They'll clump us in with all the other groups and say, y'all just get the crumbs that fall from the table. But we appreciate your vote. What needs to happen is one or two things. We need to sit this election out or do a protest vote and vote for number 45. That's the only way the Democrats are going to learn. They cannot unseat this president without our support. But they're giving off an air of superiority, like, with their noses up in the air, like they don't have to, we don't have to cater to them. And It's basically our fault because we didn't make any demands of our first African American president. We didn't put no demands on him. And it was said that that was a bad move on our part because any other president or candidates after him do not have to come to us for anything. We made that mistake. We, along with our quote-unquote supposedly black leadership, that's totally inept. I have absolutely no faith in the Black Caucus or other African American organizations because they are for themselves and for everybody but us. So I'm just really I'm upset right now. I'm like, okay, last 50 years, faithful, vote in block. They know they need us, and when they need us, they come with do the guilt trip. People fought and died, bled for y'all to vote. We need you to turn out. We've been falling for the okie doke for years. Now we don't wised up. We're making some demands. It's a problem. So you can't address our needs. It's a problem to address our needs now. So it's a problem, and I don't even have to even go through what we're going through. They know. They all on TV trying to out Spanish each other. So we're gonna have to show them. We got to show them because if tonight, like they got a primary coming up in South Carolina. South Carolina, 60%. I mean, of the voter base there. They gotta bring some black issues up. For that because if they're gonna have to vote and pick one of them. It's come on, y'all. We gotta it's time for us to show. It's time for us to show out. It's time for us to show them. And if we can show them on the political front that you do not discredit us or write us off, because the other side of the coin is this: if they can unseat this president without our vote, what do you think it's going to be like for us in this country? You think we don't matter now? If you think we don't matter now, we're not going to matter at all then. We done in this country. Our grandchildren and great-grandchildren are going to wonder, what in the hell were y'all doing? And they would be right to ask that question if we don't show these bastards that we count. So all the nonsense has got to come to an end. It's got to cease. And the nonsense, I mean the petty differences, organizations against one another, Muslim, Christian, what have you. You got cats on YouTube fighting each other from the conscious community. I'm making a call. I ain't nobody. I'm just a regular brother. I ain't got no following. I ain't no popularity, which I don't really care. I'm just, this is just my platform. I'm calling on the cats. That's the so-called heavyweights. Y'all gotta deliver olive branch. That nonsense, that fighting. Egos. I'm this and I'm this, you that. I'm this and I'm that. You ain't this and you ain't that. That shit got to go to the side, bruh. And y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. If you're listening to me, you know who I'm talking about. If you're in the conscious community and all the beef, this cat trying to do something positive, other cats, hating, trying to throw shade. He ain't this, he ain't that, this and that. I'm not saying no names. But y'all need to let that shit ride because that's not doing us any good. Not any good. If anything, we need need to put that aside, and we need to be down for each other like four flats on a dump. Because what's coming if we don't come out on top on this, it's not going to be good for us. They don't want to address nothing that's going on with us. They don't want to address police brutality. They ain't mentioning none of that. They ain't mentioning bringing up any making legislation to punish police officers that murder black people for no reason. And that's a big issue. One of the biggest ones. Did they mention that? They ain't mentioned not a issue dealing with the black community. Yo, we got it, yo, man. That nonsense. Oh, it's all these other makeshift nonsense, so-called quote-unquote coalitions with other groups. The hell with them other groups, bruh. The hell with them other groups. We got to get ours for our children and grandchildren. You know what I'm saying? All that nonsense that usually have black folks divided or whatever. You know, we got to show them. We got to show them, man. We don't show them. It's our fault. When our grandkids and our great grandkids look back and see why they can't get anything in this country, it's our fault. You know, it's our fault. You know, we gotta make a way for the future of our people. You know, all this individualism, tribalism, I'm this, I'm that ain't worth a damn. I don't give a damn if you don't like what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You don't like what I'm saying? Change the damn channel. But this is not nothing to be played with. We need to either sit home on election day or band together and do a protest vote and a damn boycott. You know what I'm saying? We need to hit them from political front and economic wise. You know? And like any strike, the cats cross the picket line, they need to be dealt with. I ain't saying how. Cats cross the picket line need to be dealt with. And I'm not I mean, you know, figuratively. You know, any form of protest, you know, you got like the bootlegs on there talking against the black people, all they put out coming on talking against reparations. They need to be dealt with a certain way. They need to be ostracized. They need to be clowned. They need to be excommunicated from the black community. Got some cat wrote a column in the Chicago Tribune talking about black on black crime in relative to reparations. So we don't need to be asking for reparations. We need to be dealing with black on black crime. What the hell that got to do with the price of tea in China? They've been violating our civil rights before they started keeping statistics on black crime or any other group crime on crime. So you got these Negroes, these hand-picked, boot-licking, buck-dancing Negroes coming out against their own people because they have arrived. They done learned and earned their way out of their black skin. We need to deal with them. They need to be dealt with. They need to be dealt with. They need to be excommunicated, clowned, or whatever. Because if they not for us, they against us. Pull yourself up by your bootstrap. What about black on black crime? Oh, I got an email for him. I got his I got something for him. I'm pissed right now. You know, I don't have no grandkids, but I'm thinking about them. I'm thinking about the future. We got to start being a forward-thinking people, thinking about the future instead of me, what I got now. Oh, I got mine. You got to get yours. That's not doing us any good. Period. I don't give a damn what you think about me. You know what I'm saying? You don't like it? You ain't got to listen to what I'm saying. You can not listen. You can change the channel. But this serious. It's time to stop playing around. It's time. It's time for us to get our shiznit together. It's time. I'm El Boogie. I'll holler at y'all later. Y'all be cool.